Lost Eidolons, The Will of the Witch by the Ocean Drive Studios been asked many times in this channel to be reviewed. In the comments, on my email, I've been receiving a lot of requests like, hey, can you try finally this game because there is something special there and I think we need your audience and everyone to see it. So sit down and enjoy this review because I think I have a lot to say about Lost Eidolons. Some good, some bad, some promising, and something that needs a little bit of work. So let's jump into the world of Lost Eidolons. But if you're new to this channel, I would ask you for one thing. If this video will be something that you enjoyed, can you guys leave us a follow or subscribe or just leave a comment even? That would really help for many more people to see this review and understand if Lost Eidolons is something that they really want to try and play during the winter break or whenever they will just jump into this video. Anyway, let's talk. So first of all, the game offers a lot of tactical twist to RPG genre because essentially it's, I would say, an RPG. It kind of like blending the grid-based strategy with the roguelite mechanics. It's kind of all twisted in the big portion of a quite a unique, I would say, probably gameplay. Well, some of the people don't know, but this is actually a follow-up to the original game called Lost Eidolons, not the Will of the Witch one that we're reviewing today. This new entry offers a grittier, kind of like a bloodier take on the turn-based gameplay, while maintaining the customization and strategic complexity, which is, to be fair, good, because essentially when I played the first one, I felt like, yeah, this has a really very good base, but what can we see more? So let's talk about the story and setting. The narrative begins with your character stranded on a mysterious island stripped of memories, tasked with the survival under the guidance of the dubious witch. The beta version introduces the darkly atmosphere tale, pretended to be kind of like an encounter with the undead enemies and morally ambitious allies, while the promise sets kind of like a strong stone. The dialogue often feels uneven, sometimes even kind of like wearing into jumping into Jumanji territory. The protagonist's modern sounding quips kind of detract, I would say, from the immersion, especially in the crucial moments. However, the occasional heartful scenes such as reuniting with the family post resurrections kind of shows potential of emotional depth. So out of these few things that I already said, you can understand that the game has interesting base. Once again, that's something maybe that cannot be fixed, which I mean by the voice. Like, you won't really change the whole localization or the whole voiceover in the game, but the base of it, the idea of the storyline is actually quite good. Beneath the surface, there is an intriguing mystery surrounding the undead of their human masters that hints to the larger secrets that promise the deepened story in the final version, which you will probably play at this time. Let's talk about the gameplay mechanics. So this is actually a reminiscent part of the Fire Emblem, with the roguelite elements and the emphasis on the blood-soaked gameplay. Combat revolves around the grid-based movements, with the characters equipped with the multiple weapons to exploit the enemy weaknesses. Each weapon thrives with the crucial end combat, as targeting an enemy weak spots that can kind of like trigger the chaining and mechanical, where kind of like allies deal with consecutive blows for the extra damage. This system shines during the battles against the larger enemies, which demands clever positioning and team coordination. Resource management and unique kind of like specializations are pivotal. The leveling up are grants randomized and the active passes are working towards creating of possessive skills, creating a variety across the runs. Players can further enhance abilities through the sparkling skill tree, offering upgrades like an increased gold, weapon-specific damage, and boosts. In all, overall, I would say that the progression system works very well. What about the visuals and the audio in the game? So like I said about the kind of like voiceover, I'm not really fond of it, but in general the game employs cel-shaded visuals with the bold splashes of blood during the combat, lending to a visual quality to the battles. While not groundbreaking, the graphics complements the dark fantasy setting. Outside of the combat, characters' artwork conveys personality and backstory effectively. Laurent Liberian inspired is the design that aligns with the intellectual Dementor, while Marco's brute aesthetic matches with the heavy-hitting classes. The heavy metal kind of combat contrasts with the softer melancholic melodies outside of the battle. underscoring the high stakes and the green tone of the game's world, strengths and weaknesses. So this is the part where probably maybe people who played more will be stronger to say the opinion, because I only played about 10 hours in the game. But this is what I have to say. The strategic depth and the character customization makes Wild of Witch a standout experience for the fans and tactical RPGs. However, the repetitive start of runs and lackluster of the dialogues hold the games back from the greatness. They're kind of like, I would say, the narrative that dress kind of undeveloped. And to be fair, there is a place and the room for improvement in kind of like the story department and the characters. Even so, I'm not really sure that all of these things can be fully polished. I have to say that despite of its imperfections, Lost Eidolons Wheel of the Witch brings on an engaging mix of strategy, progression, and dark fantasy and storytelling as well, with the reminiscence of its writing and pacing. It has potential to crave a unique niche in the genre. Fans of tactical RPGs with the taste of roguelite mechanics and intense rewarding combat, with kind of like a find of much to appreciate here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.